Hi guys, I hope all is well. Again, I think it's best we continue with the where we ended in the class. We saw the rules on active and passive. We saw present future, which was we saw present indefinite tense, which was present simple. You know, the present simple, or is the formula, is a subject plus a verb that is infinitive form. I mean, the verb that does not did not change. So in that case, if you have a sentence like that, example, John speaks English. John speaks English is a tense, is a verb, is a tense in a present simple, which sometimes we call it present indefinite tense. So when we get a sentence like that, that sentence is actually in active voice. You can transform that sentence into a passive voice by this formula. You can add verb to be, that is, am, or are, okay, plus a verb 3, which is a verb in past participle. So when you do that, your sentence will automatically change from active to passive. Example, let's change that sentence. The sentence was saying, John speaks English. So the sentence will be, because we have to exchange the position of the subject and the object. So the object now becomes the subject. When the object becomes the subject, what we do is basically the sentence becomes like this. So English is spoken by John. English is spoken by John. That is going to be a passive voice sentence. Okay. Also, let's go to the next one, which is present continuous. In present continuous, we use the formula is. You know what is present continuous. Present continuous is a sentence that is a subject, has a present tense verb to be, which is, am, or are. And in your verb, in any present continuous sentence, the verb has to be in ing form, or sometimes we call it gerund. Okay, so what is the formula then? The formula to transform the sentence, for instance, let's get an example. Our sentence, Juma is playing football. Juma is playing football. Juma is playing football. Our formula says, what we do is we add is, or am, or are in a sentence. Also, we use being plus verb 3, which is verb in past participle. So for example, Juma is playing football becomes football is being played by Juma. Okay, that is in present continuous tense. When we go to present perfect tense, a present perfect tense is a sentence that has a subject, okay, that has or have, and verb in past participle. The formula says if you find a sentence like this, you want to transform it from a present active voice into passive voice, then the formula says you have to have or has plus been plus verb 3, which is verb in past participle. So example, a sentence, I have spoken to John. Okay, I have spoken to John. So transforming this sentence, we use the formula. So it will be John has been spoken. John has been spoken to me. Okay, John has been spoken to me. Okay, yes, that is how we're going to transform that passive active voice into passive voice. So the formula says has or have plus been plus verb in verb 3, which is verb in past participle form. Okay, so let's go to the next one, which is present, which is past indefinite or past continuous. When you look at the block there, you're going to find out that in the place of past simple, it says past indefinite tense. So past indefinite tense is the same as past simple. Okay, is the same as past simple. Past simple is a sentence. The formula for past simple is subject plus a verb in past simple form. Okay, for example, I played football. I played football. Or I cooked food. I cooked food. Let's use the second one, which is the sentence says I cooked food. I cooked food. The formula says when you find this past simple sentence, you have to use was or were plus verb in past participle. Plus verb in past participle. What does that mean? It means that there has to be was or were, and your verb has to be changed. Okay, the verb has to be changed in past participle. So let's try that. For instance, example says I cooked food. So it turns to be you start with this, the object, which now becomes subject. Okay, in passive you start with the object, which now becomes a subject. The object is food. So we say food was, the food was cooked by him. Okay, he cooked food becomes food is cooked by him. Okay, that is our sentence in past simple. In past continuous, you know what is past continuous. The formula for past continuous is subject plus was or were plus verb in ing form or a verb in gerund form. Okay, so here the formula says if we find a sentence that is in past continuous, we stay with was